Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name's Joanne and this is To Crochet Curious. You guys, you're amazing. I've topped 600 subscribers, so we haven't even gotten to the giveaways for 500 subscribers yet. So now I'm gonna have to add another giveaway to the pile. We'll give this one a little more time, so I'll release the giveaway for 600 subscribers on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday we'll do our draw for the first 3, and then there'll be, a week or so before the other drawing happens. Wow. You're amazing. Really, I appreciate it. And everybody is so encouraging on the comments. Wanted to talk also about this whip. Well, it was a whip. Now it's finished, except for that tail I got to weave in. This is the shawl that we made for Things We're Making Thursday last year in, I want to say April. Yeah, I think that's right. So I tried to adjust it because I thought it wasn't going to be big enough for me, big size girl. And so, and I really did not pay attention to counting stitches every row. So I ended up with too long of a shawl. And I wasn't gonna do anything about it, and then I realized that I never wear it, and it's gorgeous, right? I mean, I made this with Prism yarn from Mary Maxim, and it is just such a beautiful colorway. I mean, look at it. And the shawl, Caitlin's Contagious Creations, I think. I have a video about this shawl from last year, and I'll put a link to it somewhere in this video, I guess. But anyway, the shawl, I thought, well, what can I do with this? And then I realized that a shawl is just a poncho that hasn't been sewn together. And so I decided to go around, to make it more poncho and less shawl. So I wrapped it around, and then I had some extra, so I kept going a little bit. So I got an overlap here, and I haven't decided yet, but the overlap will probably go in the back because it has this hangs lower than that. This is longer than the back. So I'll probably put this in the back and the other layer in the front. And what I did is I didn't have any of this yarn left, but as you can see, I found a pretty close match, right? They're not next to each other, so it works. So I'm using this respun from Lion Brand. 100% recycled polyester, and then I did a single crochet to join the layers together all the way around, and then I did a little ruffle. Basically what I did is I put 5 double crochets, chain 2, skip 1 chain, 5 double crochets, chain 2, skip 1 chain, 5 double crochets in 1 stitch, see? And I did that all the way around, and it made a little ribbon, a little ruffle ribbon. So now I have this, and I may, I don't know, I may cinch it up a little bit more because it is pretty open. So maybe to make it a little, I don't know. There may still be some adjustment coming. But basically, this is what it looks like. And I now have a poncho or shawl that I can wear. And I don't have to worry about it coming unwrapped because it's sewn together. So anyway, that is what I did with that. Now, and I think if I remember right, this was like a 7 or 8 or 9 row repeat. And took me about 6 weeks to make it, in addition to other things I was doing at the time. But this is such a gorgeous shawl. I really love it. So yeah, I will find the link for that and put it, because it has the information about the pattern and the designer and all of that. Then last year, and this is about my whips, okay. Last year I was working on a Hexi cardigan. What do you call it? Cardigan for myself, and it is made from Mary Maxim. Go figure. Aspen yarn, and this is the sweater so far. This is the back, and here's my problem. See, I don't write things down, people. I really have to learn to write down. I got it joined together last night, but there's some serious discrepancies. I mean, this side has this part on the front all ready to go. You know, it's like your collar and your thing. And the other side has nothing, and I have to figure out, because I didn't write it down, what stitches I used over here so I can put them over there. And then trying to get the sleeves similar, and then the collar is not the same on both sides, so I have to do a little more work around the collar to make it match. I mean, come on, Joanne. But it sat without me working on it. Last year was a rough year, you guys. My mom was diagnosed with terminal cancer in September of 2022, and that has kind of launched a journey that we've been going through. And it's been good for me to crochet because my creativity is good for me to work through my emotions and stuff. And so, you know, I've been doing a lot of things, and one of the things that I was driving back from her house, it's quite a long drive, and my husband was driving, and I was crocheting, and I was doing all this stuff on here, but I wasn't writing it down. I was just doing it, but it was only on half. I hadn't even made the other half yet. So yeah, I really need to keep track of these things if I actually want to duplicate it again. And then it sat around all year because I didn't think I could duplicate it sufficiently. But now I'm kind of determined that just to get it done so I can wear it because I really like it. So once I get the collar and the front worked out, then I have to figure out how I'm going to finish the sleeves. I want to bring them to a smaller circumference, and then put a ribbing around on both sides and have it be relatively even, you know. And then I think I want to duplicate this pattern as close as I can, the bottom of the cardigan, and add some length to it. And if I make another one of these for myself, I will just keep going instead of stopping where I did and make the Hexi bigger, because that will alleviate a lot of the work I've been doing, I think. So yeah, I think that's what I will be doing. And then anyway, so my Hexi is getting there. I mean, it's not near done, but I'm closer than I was 2 days ago. And so the sleeve tops pretty much match, And then I just have to work on this part, matching this part, because they don't at all right now. This has a big old trim on it. This doesn't have anything. And then the collar, I gotta fix that. And then I will start on the sleeves, and once the sleeves are done, then I'll work on the bottom. And hopefully I have enough yarn. You know, I think how much yarn I have will determine how long how long the cardigan could be. But I like a nice warm cardigan, so I'm looking forward to finishing this. I love these colors. I love the yarn. And I'd like it done before the cold weather's gone, which I have several months to go for that. So I'm pretty sure I can get it finished. But, you know, part of this is I am trying to finish whips because I have too many whips. And I want to start new projects. And I think, oh, but I didn't finish this, this, you know. But I have projects I need to start. So I am trying to work through all of this and find all the goodies. I probably have, I don't know, I wrote them down, I think 8 or 9 projects. Let's see what it says. Let me see, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, no, 14, 15, 16, 17, about 17 whips. Oops. And, yeah, that's too many. Some of them are kits from Mary Maxim that I got in my crochet of the month. So, you know, I could put those off if I wanted to, I suppose. But even so, I have like a dozen things. Now, I know for sure that some of these are long-term projects. I'm not going to finish them like that. But I do have a few that I could knock off the top. I don't think this one will take me that many more hours to finish. I'm going to put some heavy time into it the rest of the day today. And then I have this blanket is almost pieced together. When I made my super secret project, which was a blanket for my granddaughter's bed, I had made squares using these colors, and then I didn't really like them with the other colors that I had. So instead, I set these aside and decided I'd make just a lap blanket out of them. So I started piecing this together, and I have finished all of the edging. They all have edging on them, and so I just have to sew the squares together. There are 12 of them. And then I'm just going to use this to edge the thing until it looks like it's done. And that is, you know, a couple hours maybe of work to do that. So, you know, 5-6 hours, I could have these 2 projects completed and off the decks. That would be cool. So that is something that I am working on. And it's all, you know, what mood strikes me when as to what I'm working on. Because that's the way I roll. Oh, and since I'm going to have another giveaway, I have to consider, am I making another basket? Which is possible. Let's see, what else we got? This one is one of my favorites, but I haven't had a chance to get back to it for a while. And my daughter gave me for my birthday last year mandala string yarn, and it is so pretty, you guys. This is the Beats colorway, and I'm making a shawl out of it. And I've got some of them going that way and some going this way. And there'll be another one going like this over here. And then that's a triangle. So, and actually when this is done, it might have the sufficient size to be a Ruana. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. Because I don't have a plan. So, other than knowing there's 2 panels on either side of the triangle, I don't have a plan. But I have lots of yarn to finish it. So, I'm going to keep working on it. And it's making a really lovely summer weight fabric. It's really nice working with that yarn. Mandala strings. Let me see if I can show you. You guys might notice I'm into orange lately. There's been a lot of things that have orange in them. This has kind of a pink and a brown and an orange. There's all kinds of colors in there. And that's what it looks like. So, yeah, I have enough to make a good sized garment. You know, I'm not a small person. So, if I want it to wrap around me, then I have to put the work in. Now, since that is a 1 weight, which there's very few things I do with a 1 weight, let me tell you. If that was not such nice yarn, I would not be using it. So it takes a long time. And then I'm making a Hexi cardi for somebody else. This has 2 kinds of yarn. It's got some blue sparkle. This is the glimmer yarn from Mary Maxim. As you can tell, I have branched out a bit, but I used to only buy from Mary Maxim. Glimmer. Pretty, pretty. And then we've got Bernat Premium. And somebody we know who is, her favorite color is electric blue. And so I told my granddaughter I would make a sweater for her. So I am working on that. So I'm going to learn my lessons, and then I'm going to finish hers. And this one, oh, you guys, you might have seen this one, because this is from the video that I have that went crazy the other day and started all this new subscriber stuff. And that is my burgundy and gray, titanium gray, big twist blanket. And I haven't got back to that one either because the holidays and then just trying to get my feet under me and get some of these other projects done. I haven't had a chance to come back to that one either. So, see, there's a lot of work to be done. Let's see what's in this one. Oh, this one's special. Alright, so I'm making, I don't know how to make this. You'll find I do this a lot. I don't know how to make this, so I'm trying to figure out how to make it. It is a hat, and this is the top of the hat, and then you build the rest of the hat off of this. And I have an example. It was on a TV show, and I took a screenshot of it. And so I haven't been able to find a pattern for this type of hat, so I'm trying to figure it out myself. So that's what that is. Let me see what I already looked at that one. I don't think this will be all of the ones that I have. Now this one, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I have some, I started doing a crochet along, and then the person that was doing it never finished it, never gave the rest of the information, and so I don't know. I kind of hate to frog the squares, but I might. What is this? Oh, this is me trying to learn how to do graph gans, because I have a big kit with a graph blanket, and I want to learn how to do that. So those are the tools for when I get my, I think this week, one of the nights this week, I have a lesson that I'm going to get from a friend of mine. And the last one within arm's reach, oh, is the cookie yarn. I really love this yarn. But you know, I have so much yarn I love. That's a problem. Look at that. So this is cookie yarn. I bought it from Hobie. It's Yarba or Yarbo. And I'm making a shawl and Yarbo. This is Starfall, I think, is the colorway. And it's quite beautiful. Quite beautiful. Try to not to block the light. So that, yeah, that'll be a shawl as well, or I'm pretty sure it's going to be a shawl. And I'm just making it up as I go along, like I do with a lot of stuff. There we go. That's how much I have left of the first one. So that's another one, and it is kind of a small gauge. So that one also does take a while to work on, so I figure that's a long-term project where if I knock out an hour or two a week on it, eventually I'll finish it. And that's how some of this has to be for me, because there's lots of smaller projects that I need to get done, because when I'm doing the channel, you guys can't wait 6 weeks, 8 weeks for me to come up with something that I finished. So I always have to have something going on. So that is my WIP report for the week of January 8th. And you can look for that 600 subscriber giveaway tomorrow, January 9th. And then on the 10th, we will announce the winners of the first 3 giveaways. I'm looking forward to seeing who will win. You guys have an awesome day. Bye now.